Hey everybody, Spopes here. Which of ESO's 8 companions is best for you really ultimately depends on your playstyle and preferences. Zos has done a good job here making different companions for different playstyles. They're each actually very unique, though the fact that there are only 7 classes and 8 companions does mean that there is a little bit of overlap. I've managed to unlock all 8 companions that are out currently. I'm sure they'll add more as time goes on, but as of May 2025, here are the 8 companions you can get in ESO, compared, ranked, giving you as much information as possible while also keeping it concise and succinct. I definitely have my personal preferences with companions, as you should too, but I really want to keep it objective here to help you choose the one that's best for you personally. One last important point before we dive in. Leveling up a companion's rapport unlocks that companion's passive permanently on that character. So for instance, Zerith-var helps you find heavy sacks. If you get Zerith-var's rapport all the way to the maximum level of companion, you will find heavy sacks in the world using his passive power even if he's not your currently equipped companion. The same goes for all companions. If you max out Tanlorin, you'll be able to get a boost to lockpicking even when she isn't in your party. With all that important stuff out of the way, let's dive in. I'm going to go through the companions chronologically in the order in which they were released, so we're going to start with Mirri Elendis. Mirri is honestly one of my least favorite companions due to her personality. I'm not a huge Nightblade guy anyway, and in addition to not liking when you kill the poor butterflies, Mirri is also averse to crime. I'm sorry, but she whines constantly. All she wants to do is eat and sleep. And just that sassy look on her face. I don't need any more sass in my life, okay? I got a wife and 2 daughters. I don't need any more of that. Thank you. Getting into the facts though, she's a dark elf. She's curious, adventurous. She's a Nightblade. She disapproves of murder and stealing, and she doesn't like when you're rude or attack innocent people. Her passive is called Mirri's Expertise, and that allows you a 30% chance to get something extra from treasure chests, but her bag really isn't that great. Like, it gives you maybe another 100 gold or something. I find this passive to be kind of forgettable, but if you want to improve what you get in treasure chests, it's worth getting her rapport to the maximum on that character. Mirri was one of the first companions released in Blackwood alongside Bastian Hallix. He's another goody two-shoes, but it's even worse. He's honorable, duty-bound, he's an Imperial, and he's a Dragonknight. His story is he takes care of this rich family with this foppish son, and the point about Bastian is he is even more against crime than Mirri is, and honestly his passive is probably objectively the worst out of all the companions. So you have a chance to get additional potions when you loot monsters, but they're really bad potions and they aren't really worth anything. So I really don't know what they were thinking with this passive, but that's another reason for me personally to pass on Bastian. He's not really who I want to have in my party. I feel basically the exact opposite about Ember. Ember is like the cat lady sister I never had as an only child. She's mischievous, she doesn't care about stealing and murder. She's a sorcerer, so if you're also a sorcerer, that's really fun. She was born on the streets, she don't like the law. She always keep her eyes peeled for the 5-0. She watching for that 12. I like her a lot. She's super down to earth. I like her personality, she doesn't complain, she's very helpful, she's grateful to be in the position in life that she is. Not entitled, just total sweetheart. Her passive is Ember's Intuition, which gives you an extra little thing when you steal sometimes. It's super useful. This makes stealing a lot more profitable. So even if you don't like Ember, I'd recommend going through her whole quest and getting her to maximum rapport, just for the fact that it helps you steal if you're into stealing in the game. Isobel here could not be more opposite. They were both released in the High Isle chapter, but Isobel is even more of a goody two-shoes than Bastian, if that's even possible. She's a chivalrous and kind-hearted Breton, who's also a Templar. That's kind of fun. She cherishes honor, helping others, and romantic tales. Oh yeah, that's great. Her quest is just a bunch of gossip girl drama. Big pass. But she does like going on adventures. And when you kill world bosses, you get a chance to get something special from her. It's a pack of supplies that contains soul gems, repair kits, etc. So this is another one worth getting the passive of, even if you don't really like her. Next on the list is Azandar. They released 2 girls in High Isle, so for Necrom, they released 2 guys. Azandar is a bit of an acquired taste, but I like him. He's kind of nerdy, he says kind of lame guy things, but I like keeping him around. He's my main companion on one character, on my Arcanist, because he's an Arcanist too. He's a Redguard, Arcanist. He doesn't like when you kill people, but he doesn't really care if you steal. That's what I like about him. And he's all about research and getting smarter and progressing things. He's a very goal-oriented guy. And his passive is a chance to discover portfolios, which contain crafting recipes, treasure maps, research notes, survey reports, and other documents of value. So this is another one, get the passive, because any container now has a higher chance of containing rare materials. So yeah, Azandar is one of my top. I like him a lot. Now on this same character, I just unlocked Sharp as Night. I gotta say, I've had a lot of mean things to say about the Argonians. Generally, they strike me as whiny, entitled, drug-addicted psychopaths with tails, and they're lizards, and they live in the swamp and drink tree sap that makes them hallucinate, and they have this chip on their shoulder about all elves, including me, so you understand like why I might have a little bit of dislike for the Argonian at first, but honestly, this merc here, this companion has changed my mind basically single-handedly. I've just gotten started with Sharp as Night, but he has the chillest personality of any Argonian I've ever met, and he helps you get fish, I guess. I've never really done fishing in the game, but if you're into fishing, it's worth getting his passive. He's a warden, so he's the only warden companion we have so far. He's reserved and pragmatic. He also, like Azandar, doesn't care if you steal, but he'd prefer if you didn't kill people randomly for no reason. Alright, we've now gotten to the final two companions that were most recently released. Breaking with convention a little bit, these weren't released with the actual chapter, but instead, both these companions, Tanlorin and Zerith-var, are free in the Crown Store to ESO Plus members, and I think it's 1,500 each if you don't have ESO Plus. So you can just buy their quest to unlock them directly from the store, which is free for ESO Plus members. Tanlorin's a little different. She's a high elf, but doesn't act like a high elf. She's a Dragonknight, but she's also a user of soul magic. So it's a little bit mixed up. They're doing something slightly different with her, which I appreciate. Her passive helps you with picking locks. I always force locks, so this gives you an increased chance of getting that treasure chest open. This is one of the passives that I think is the most worth getting through the whole Rapport of a companion. Helping open treasure chests has been so useful. Oh, it looks like actually I have unlocked her passive here. I just haven't really noticed, but next time I go to a treasure chest, I'll check that out. So while she's thrill-seeking, doesn't like rigid rules, she doesn't like if you kill people for no reason, but is fine with stealing. Now, last but not least, by a mile, we have Zerith-var. This kitty cat is like my brother now. As a follower of Christ, the quest is amazing. It's all about forgiveness of sins, redemption, grace, atonement, justification. Epic quest, by the way. Also, this guy's passive is totally killer. You get to see heavy sacks from a distance, like the way you do with treasure chest or resource nodes if you have that passive. My lord, this is wonderful. I used to miss heavy sacks all the time. Now I don't miss any. I highly recommend getting Zerith-var for two reasons. One, he's incredibly based and just totally awesome. For Christians, for anyone else who likes a good story, a narrative, amazing. Second, this passive. Third, he's a necromancer. Now, that doesn't mean I like him in every single way. He's kind of a goody two-shoes as well. He doesn't like murder and stealing, so you gotta put him away if you're gonna do any of that. But he also has a really nice personality. He's not whiny or difficult to get along with. There's time travel involved. I don't want to spoil it too much, but he's my favorite companion. And honestly, I can't exactly explain why. But that's kind of the point of the whole video. It all comes down to personal preference. And I just like Zerith-var. Just making sure I got all the deets out there. He's obviously a Khajiit. He's a necromancer. He helps you find heavy sacks. His whole vibe is just amazing. When companions first came out in ESO, I remember feeling like it was really limited in terms of the options you have. Now I'd be fine if they only had these 8 forever, honestly. I think it's fine. I love the companions we have. I feel like there's enough diversity. I'm sure they will add more, but there's a lot to choose from, and there are a lot of passives to unlock that will help that character. Just to be clear, the rapport on each companion is character specific, so are the unlocked passives. For instance, just because I've unlocked Tanlorin's passive on this character does not mean it's unlocked on all my other characters. I have to go raise her rapport and go through the quest on those characters if I want to have the passive unlocked there too. Overall, companions are one of those things that make me have a lot of faith in ESO. These really high quality, thoughtful improvements that really change the game, give you value, change the way you play, and also just the characters they've introduced with each of these. I mean, I'm not best friends with every single companion, but I do feel like they're really well fleshed out characters in every case. They aren't two-dimensional or cardboard. You really do feel like you have a companion in the game. Plus, their ability with combat, just even to kite enemies or keep them off your face while you kill them, is so useful. And occasionally they have really funny things to say. Go get Zerith-var and then go kill a mud crab. Oh man, it's It's just endlessly hilarious. So again, I hope you don't take my personal preferences too seriously, but if you're trying to figure out which companion you really want to be with, I wanted to be as honest as possible with what I thought. That way you really know what they're like. Maybe you like goody two-shoes Dragonknight guys, and I don't judge you for that, but for me, I like kind of edgy Christian time-traveling cat dudes. I think Zerith-var is going to be the way I go from pretty much now on until forever. But you never know, they might release a companion soon that completely changes my mind on everything. I believe there are 2 more coming out with Solstice. I probably should have researched that before I did this video, but hey, there's another video, right? The 2 new companions coming out with Solstice, I'll research that, I'll do a video coming up. But for now, that isn't even out yet. I'm very excited for it to come out, but if you want something to do between now and the release of Solstice, go grind up some companions. I'll have more videos coming out soon regarding the release of Solstice and Update 46. So if you haven't subscribed, I really encourage you to. Please do like the video and share it with others. Glory goes to God for the video, for the channel, everything I do. Thanks be to Jesus Christ for dying for our sins. And thanks to you guys for being here. God bless you. I'll see you soon.